Rest in peace, Peebo Bryson. Rest in peace to Peebo Bryson. That's how we gonna start today. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Where is the outrage? I'm asking this very critical question. Like, we're getting some outrage, but we're not getting, in my opinion, the proper outrage. I'm going to start today's show like on something that I sort of was talked about yesterday, but I didn't really needle on. Somebody asked, what do we need to do? Do we need to boycott, yada, yada, yada? And I was saying the rest of the country needs to follow the lead of where the situation happened. Because there's nothing we can do 3,000 miles away that's going to be any more effective than those who are in the town. Will that store be allowed to stay open? That's not up to us on the other side of the country. That's not up to us. So today I saw a video that was played on Twitter. I'm gonna play a video about the situation, about what somebody said. It triggered a thought in my head to go back to when we talked about this yesterday, so we can have a full discussion on what the reaction should be and where it should come from. This is going to be a conversation where if you're a stupid person, you're going to say, I'm hating. Fine. I don't speak to stupid people anyway. But for the people who think and use their brains, we're going to have a fruitful discussion. We're going to go through this dude's history and we're going to talk about it, all right? Y'all ready to get this going? Y'all ready to get it in? All right, we're going to get it in about, give me like 1 minute, and we are going to get started, all right? Let's go. Let's talk about it. We're gonna get, this is gonna be our main topic. I want to touch on a few on two other topics before we get to the main topic. First thing I want to say is, check out your people when they're still alive. These artists, we're losing so many artists now, man. We're losing so many artists and greats. Make sure you check out. Make sure you check out these people when they're still alive, right? I was pulling this video I had. This was the last time Peebo Bryson was in LA at the Hollywood Bowl. This is from 2023. I'm so glad I got to spend this time with Peebo Bryson, man.
Tonight, no one's gonna We'll leave the world behind us when I make love to you.
Tonight I celebrate my love for you and hope that deep inside you'll feel it too.
Tonight our spirits will be climbing to a sky that we've done.
You could hear he was losing the strength in his voice then. Like his voice strength was leaving, but he still had the tone and the clarity. And one thing you shouldn't do, and I hate seeing these posts, when you go see the legends, accept them for where they are in their career. I'm tired of black folks going to see people then being like, ooh, they need to sit down. They don't sing like they used to. Man, shut up. You just listening to Drake's auto tune. Y'all sit back and listen to somebody hack through a goddamn. Y'all listen to Beyonce hack off Frankie Beverly or hack through an Isley Brothers song, do it no justice, and then turn around and go see one of the legends and their voice ain't what it used to be. I don't know. They just need to retire. Stop that shit, black people. Go see the legends while they're still performing. If they still performing, it's for two reasons. Either they really, 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 really love doing it, which is rare, or they need the money. Put some money in their pockets with all the emotional support that they've given us through the years that they've been performing. But that's how we're going to stop people from being able to take from our culture. When we hold our culture in high esteem. That's our job. That's our job to lift our legends. That's our job to buy their concert tickets. That's our job to support them regardless of how they voice sounds. That's our job. And if we do that, and if we protect our greats, and if we protect our legends, there's no space for anybody to come in and take from them. There's no space. There's only space for people to come and take our culture when we abandon the space. All right? So that's the first thing I want to make sure we get off. Go see the legends while they're still here. If you care about preserving the culture. If you don't care about preserving the culture, then do what the hell you do. Shit ain't my problem. Next topic before we get to the main topic. Y'all see this? Donald Trump. Donald Trump. He said, he told Ben Netanyahu chat, you're fucking crazy. You'd be in prison if it weren't for me. I'm saving your ass. Everybody hates you now. Everybody hates Israel because of this. That's what U.S. officials tell Axios tells Axios. President Trump unloaded on Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu during a heated phone call over Israel's military actions in Lebanon. Trump was reportedly furious that Israel's moves risk blowing up U.S. diplomatic efforts in the region. At one point, also asking Netanyahu, what the fuck are you doing? I told y'all, what did we say at the beginning of the year? This goes back to what we said at the beginning of the year. This is a 10 of hearts year. This is the year of the fade. This is the year people on the same team will go to fighting each other. Chat room. Are the cards continuing to be right? Huh? I think on Saturday, when we do our readings on Saturday, we're gonna read Trump and Netanyahu. Chat. Those of you in the chat, in the Patreon, we're gonna go into them. And I might do some reading on that when I finish the main topic. If y'all want me to do some readings between Trump and Netanyahu, for those of you stay around, let me know. All right? For those of you stay around, let me know when I'm finished with the main topic. We'll go back to doing some reading on this between these two, if y'all want. But this is a change. This is Netanyahu. Like, I'm sure Netanyahu's gotten checked before, not by Biden, of course, but for the media to allow this to leak out, that's what I want y'all to pay attention to. What we see here in the news is only what's allowed to be said. If Fox News, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, they only report on what's allowed to be reported. They don't uncover things unless they're told to. This isn't the Walter Cronkite days when they had investigative journalism. These primary news outlets are assets of the state. Understand that. They're not independent of the state. They're assets of the state. They're state propaganda. You gotta always see the mainstream outlets like that. The mainstream outlets are state propaganda, in my opinion, of course. So if state propaganda is allowing information like this out, you have to ask yourself why. Make sure y'all share this. Make sure y'all hit the share button. Let me see. As a matter of fact, let me do it. I didn't even share. I'm over telling y'all to share. I didn't even share the Twitter. Let me see. There we go. So here we go. All right, cool. I just put it out there. So did y'all do the same thing? Did y'all put it out there too? Did y'all put it out there on Twitter for me? If you didn't, do that right now. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to get that done right now. Make sure y'all tweet that I'm live. Put it up on your Facebook. Put it up on all that. But you see here what this change is going on and why they're allowing this to get out. This is something that we're going to put a pin in this conversation, and we're going to follow it as the summer goes along, because again, this is the Ten of Hearts year. This is the year of the fade. We expect to see more and more verbal and physical clashes by people who were traditionally on the same side of the fence. So let's track this, all right? All right, now for our main topic. Where is the Southern outrage? This shows that, one, there is no black and brown unity, no black and people of color unity. Let me see here. So we have, here we go. There we go. Sorry about that. I had to pull up. I'm trying to pull up this one more thing so I can just talk freely. Let me pull up this one thing. Let me just get this done. Then we can speak freely. All right. All right. Okay, that's up. Okay, I got that screen up. I got this screen up. All right, here we go. So where's the Southern outrage? This started out with me watching this video right here. Listen to what he has to say. Well, before we get to the Southern outrage, let's go with it. Let's roll with it.
It's little boy Cyrus and that dog-eating motherfucking Mr.
See here. Let's go back to the beginning.
Man, I'm so motherfucking mad about this. Little boy Cyrus and that dog-eating motherfucking Mr. Chow shit. I'm not pissed off about the verdict. I already knew he was going to be found not guilty. I'm mad at you motherfucking black people down there in North Carolina, South Carolina. Where the fuck it happened there? Are y'all afraid of other races of people? Or y'all afraid of these white people, Mexican people, Chinese people, Asian people? Or y'all afraid of these motherfuckers? Every goddamn time I look on this app, they doing something to y'all ass. In the South, they always doing something to y'all black ass in the motherfucking South. Or y'all afraid of these fucking people? We ain't have no reports of no black motherfucker doing shit to a white person, an Asian person, any other race of people down there in the South. Or y'all afraid of these people? Huh? That's what I don't understand. Every fucking month, they hanging y'all ass. They burying y'all ass behind police stations. Police kidnapping y'all ass and doing shit to y'all ass. What the fuck is going on in the South? All you big cornbread eating ass niggas down there, y'all are afraid of these motherfucking white people? Y'all afraid of these Asian, all of these fucking people down there beating the shit out of y'all ass and y'all ain't doing nothing. What the fuck? Y'all don't know how to riot down there or something? Y'all need help from the Midwest. Y'all need us to come down there and help y'all stupid asses or something. Do something. Y'all ass ever talking about no justice, no peace. Nigga, there ain't been no justice or no peace for us forever. I'm so motherfucking mad at this shit. What the fuck is going on down there in the South? Y'all steady letting these people fuck y'all asses up. We steady hearing about y'all ass be turning to strange fruit. They burying y'all kids at young ass ages and shit. And y'all ain't doing nothing about it but making fucking TikTok content. That's the problem with y'all ass now, and they gonna continue to do it. That ain't the last one. It's gonna be about 4 or 5 more this summer. And they all gonna be in the South possibly. Cause they know y'all are weak as fuck down there. Big cornbread eating motherfuckers for what? Y'all got all that strength and shit down there for what? I don't never understand this shit, cause brotherly love, peaceful. What is it? Southern hospitality? What the fuck is it down there? Huh? I don't understand. Why do y'all let every group of people come through there and fuck y'all asses up? We should be hearing about mass murders going on down there in the South.
Don't condone that.
There shouldn't be no black on black crime at all going on in the South at all. Y'all should all be targeting them. But no, y'all stupid ass. I guarantee it's still some black on black crime going on down there. For whatever reason. For whatever reason. I'm so sick and tired of y'all black asses making content instead of putting in action.
Those are his opinions, not mine. I'm not saying y'all should be. I don't support violence at the cultural heretics channel, Dewan B. I don't support violence. All right, I got to make sure I put that out there. But I gotta say, yes, that's a very valid question from that brother. And here's another reason why I'm having this conversation. Person number one, if you from either the East Coast or the West Coast, and you hear all the time, the black people in California not on code. Y'all need to move to the South. Person number one, if you've heard that, come on. I don't know why y'all live in those blue states. Y'all need to move. Come on now. This is something that we if a Mexican does something here in California, we always, oh, that's what happened. Black people, y'all need to come to the South, man. Black people in California off code. Meanwhile, we're only 7 out of every 100 people here. Those of us on the coast, we hear this shit all the time from the South. And we never really punch back. I know I don't punch back. I just say, you know what, I'm just going to stay here. Why would I go down there to be around more black people, but those black people aren't on code? Yeah, y'all going crazy in the chat room. Heard that. Now I'm putting it back on the South. See, one reason why the civil rights movement was effective was because every region was on code. No one was tolerating it anymore. From the South to the North to the East to the West. The civil rights movement was at its zenith when the South said, you know what? We ain't taking this no more. And y'all see the title of this book. Y'all see the title of this book. Great book. When the South had both the nonviolent and the woompty wamp boomty bamps, things was moving. Now it seems that the South has gotten very docile. And y'all letting them people punk y'all. For real, y'all got the numbers down there. It's been a lot of hangings. I remember it was a lynch. Who remembers like 10 years ago there was a lynching at Emory University and a black man was like hung by a chain, like near Emory in Atlanta. Who remembers that? It's been a lot of lynchings recently. That, like he said, the man behind the police station. What's up? What's up with the Southern hip hop? Where y'all at? See, here in LA, the last time we had an Asian doing something disrespectful to a black person, shooting a black person, was 36 years ago. A lot of y'all in my chat room weren't even born the last time an Asian did something to a black person out here. Right? It don't take much. But it takes something. Where's the hip hop? See, one thing that predated the riots was Ice Cube's Death Certificate CD. NWA, for all the shit that y'all talk about, NWA killing rap. Okay, say it how you want. NWA and Ice Cube, that spurred people into action. That made them hear us. The music informed the people. Songs like Black Korea, I Want to Kill Sam. The South got the music on lock right now. How long y'all gonna talk booty shaking? How long y'all just gonna be partying? Where's the revolutionary music from the South? This is what we mean when we, and I don't know, this is what we mean when by the time the music got to the South, a lot of it was dead. It had the soul and it had the spirit, but what the fuck is it talking about? Post Outkast, post Dungeon Family. I ain't talking about Dungeon Family. I ain't talking about early days of Rap-A-Lot Records. I'm talking about 1998 moving forward, 2000 moving forward. We got Trap. We got Crunk. Where is it in the music? This is where we got to talk the nitty gritty right now. I understand Southern Soul is taking off, and I'm glad that it is. But what are we talking about in the music? Why are the people accepting this shit and talking about we gonna boycott? What the fuck is a boycott gonna do? And here's another reason why I'm having this conversation. Where is it? Here it is. I took a screenshot from my phone of this. This is old boy. His record. This is a screenshot from ChatGPT. In May 2015, he had an incident where a woman allegedly left without paying for merchandise. Chow and the woman had a struggle outside. The woman allegedly threatened to shoot him. Chow fired about 6 shots at her vehicle as she drove away. That place should have been shut down 10 years ago. October 2018, a man allegedly concealed a can of oven cleaner. Reports state that the man assaulted Chow during the confrontation. Chow shot him twice in the legs. authorities declined to file charges. Y'all took that? Now, because y'all allowed this man to shoot black people and still keep a shop open, something that's unfathomable here in LA. That's unfathomable here. I'm trying to figure out how in the hell did this shop stay open? 2 incidents of him shooting black people and the shop was open, which led to this young man getting murdered. That was bound to happen. This is what I mean by what can we do here on the West Coast, or them brothers in the Midwest, or the people on the East Coast? What can we do? If y'all allow a man that's been shooting the motherfucking city up to stay open. Yeah, I'm not jumping on the South, but I am holding them accountable. Appreciate that, Seminole for life. I'm not jumping on the South, but I am holding the South accountable. I'm from the West Coast. I got to hear the whole country hold us accountable every fucking day. Ooh, y'all killed hip hop with that NWA. Oh man, y'all on the West Coast, man. Okay, cool. I take it. Question is, can you take it? I hear all this move back down to the South. Why the fuck would I want to move there? Because with my blood that go through my body and my system, I'm not going to just, I can't just look at niggas going to a store that the dude shot 2 black people already. I couldn't take it. I'd rather live around all white people, honestly. I will move to the white side of town before I move around a bunch of niggas that patronize a store where black people get shot up. I will live around Arabs. Nigga, I will move to goddamn Birmingham, England before I move around a bunch of niggas that allow black people to get shot up and I gotta watch y'all go in and out that fucking store every day. I'm dead serious. What's up, Darrell James? Where is the Southern outrage? Where is it? And look at even more. And look, this is what I mean by also when they play them politicians down south, they playing y'all on that people of color shit. See, here on the West Coast and in areas where we've had a lot of, co-mingling with other races, West Coast, we understand that it ain't no people of color. A lot of the East Coast understand that shit too. Look at this Asian dude right here. They're trolling too. This is how you know they're comfortable with y'all asses. They trolling. My timeline is full of blacks advocating violence and more hate against Asians. They're flipping this back to being the victim. He's talking about black people fabricating martyrs. He says Rick Chow was justified. Hey, people down the South that be thinking that y'all, the Mexicans, is y'all brothers. Where is the Latinos on this? If there's a black and brown coalition, where are the brown people to speak out against this? And that goes for anybody that vote blue no matter who. West Coast, South, East, Midwest. If you vote blue no matter who, where is the brown? Where's the brown? Do you see anybody from any other race stepping up and calling this out? Yeah, where's the NAACP? Where's that dude That was on Philip Scott's stage talking about some black and brown. Where he at? Where is it? That's a good point right here. He said black people fear other races worldwide. Whew. I wish I could argue with him on that. Like I wish I could call with that last comment. I wish I could have called him a self-hating Negro, but god damn, he wasn't lying. We gotta tell the truth. When black people see other races, we be like, oh my God, they're better than us. Look at their hair. That's a major condition that we still holding on to. Look at this. Y'all got black people in Mexican gangs. So, okay, for every 5,000 Mexican gang members, is 2 black people. All right, FBA the way. Still, what y'all gonna do down south about this? You can deflect all day. Like y'all get mad and say, okay, West Coast, look, we burnt. You ain't seen no goddamn Asians fucking with us in the last 35 years, have you? Matter of fact, y'all better thank LA for how we reacted to Rodney King and Natasha Harlins, because that changed how policing was conducted nationwide. A lot of the reason why we have protect laws that give us some kind of protections against the police is because of the LA riots. So y'all can talk all the shit y'all want. Oh man, yeah, black people, we have major issues. We got a big issues with these Latinos. Major issues. Too bad it's the kids and not grown folk. I ain't got no issues with Latinos. They don't fuck with me. Yeah, they're fucking with our kids. When the kids are in school where it's 10 black people in the school of 600 Latinos, yeah, they're getting fucked with. Yeah. And it's a problem. And I'm actually in the schools addressing the problem. The fuck are you doing where you live? I was at Horace Mann Middle School last week dealing with the problem. Where was you at? So yeah, you could talk all day. Oh yeah, black people in LA. Nigga, y'all 40% of the population down there. 30% of the population. Can you imagine if LA was ever 30% black? Not even at our height were we 30% black. Can you imagine a 30% black Oakland? What? Can you imagine Oakland at 30% black? Nigga, what? Nigga, imagine LA and Oakland at 20% black. You know what kind of hell we be raising? We did all this shit at less than at 13% of the population. But honestly, it's not about us versus you. It's not about that. It's not about that. Every region's gonna wake up in its own time. I'm not here to say we're better than the South. I'm not. 100% of Black America has an issue, a major race issue. Whether you in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Portland, Maine, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, whether you're in whether you're a nigga in Corpus Christi, Texas, whether you're in Sugarland, Texas, or Lake Charles, Louisiana, or Louisville, Kentucky, or Billings, Montana, you got a problem as black people. All of us got problems. But we're going to have to start handling these problems locally, where we are. It's like the old theory. If your car is broken down on the side of the road and you just sit in the car, nobody's going to help you. But if you get out and you start pushing your car to the gas station, somebody's going to stop and help push. And then when the second person stops and help push, the next thing you know, 3, 4, 5 people are going to come and they're going to help you push that car into a gas station. But if you sit on your rusty ass and do nothing, ain't no help coming. It's the reason why Dylan Roof felt comfortable going to South Carolina to do that. It's a reason why Dylan Roof felt comfortable doing that. Y'all gotta do something. Like, I look at the Midwest. Who remembers that story a few years ago in the Midwest? What was it, last year? Y'all remember when the Klan came to Ohio? Who remembers that? When the Klan came to Ohio, and then brothers in Ohio pulled out them things. Who remembers this? In Lincoln Heights. In Lincoln Heights, about a dozen mass extremists with Nazi flags came out, and that caused the black folks to respond, and respond they did. Right here, who remembers this? No, I'm not about to subscribe to the Washington Post. Hell, I'm already a subscriber to Amazon. I should already be subscribed to a goddamn the Washington Post. I gotta go sign in. But yeah, who remembers that? That was an appropriate response. That was an appropriate response. I personally was here in LA, and I could put my money where my mouth is. About 10 years ago, I think, maybe a little longer than that. It was like 2018, 17. Some Nazis threatened Maxine Waters. Here we go. Let me see if I can pull that story up. 2018, yeah, the Oath Keepers. That's what it was. I was there for this personally. 2018. The Oath Keepers militia planned a rally at Maxine Waters' office. And I was out there for this. Listen to this.
Offices of Congresswoman.
We fucked them up too.
That's right. This had the potential to be a clash. There was a protest that was scheduled here outside the offices of Congresswoman Maxine Waters by people who are against her.
I was standing right there in front of that apartment building. I wasn't on the camera because matter of fact, I was on the clock at my last job, so I avoided the camera because I was actually on the clock. But that's another story.
Waters supporters found out about that. They came here. You can see them. They're still here to stage a counter-protest. About 100 people showed up at the corner of Broadway and 102nd Street. They say this is their community, and they didn't want outsiders attacking Maxine Waters.
They knew we was going to be here to push back.
I just heard Miss Linda. She's a very nice lady. I've seen her a lot. I used to work with her but she was one of the ones that got me to come down there. She's the person that told me about what was going on.
It's not about violence.
The group known as the Oath Keepers had sent out notices they would be here to protest Waters after comments she made about confronting Trump administration officials in public.
And for a group of people, some say they're radical, some...
And let me make it very clear. I don't fuck with Maxine Waters, okay? Never have, never will. Well, I did fuck with Maxine Waters in the 90s. This wasn't about Maxine Waters. This was about people that's not from our community thinking that they're gonna come down and do something.
Say they're racist, whatever they are, for them to come out here and speak against that and not fully recognize this woman for what she's done, I stand to support her.
The protest was scheduled for 1 p.m., but the time came and went. Then police announced the Oath Keepers had notified LAPD they would not show up.
Look right here. They did show up. I was on the other side of this. This dude showed up. Every white person that was coming down there was getting chased away. They were coming in their pickup trucks. One dude came in an F-150 and they snatched his flag off his truck.
Today.
Get out of here!
Late this afternoon, 2 men.
See? There was them, a couple of them came.
And a pickup truck drove by. It did not appear they were related to any group. Protesters took an American flag from their truck and burned it in the street, dancing around chanting that America was never great.
Don't show up, that's all the better. We ain't got to worry about no violence. You know what I'm saying? It's all about peace and stuff like that.
I tried contacting Oath Keepers, sent several emails.
Yeah, they had actually come down there and cats ripped that flag out and burned the flag. That was them just talking. Yeah. And I was out there. I was at a school down the street and I heard about this from Miss Linda. She told me about it. And I was like, perfect. I'm going to go see that kid and then I'm going to come right over. So I couldn't be on the camera because my job would have been like, what the fuck you doing out there? We paying you to go see these kids. I took a break, nigga. Nah, they didn't drag him out of his truck. We tried to drag, well, not we. They tried to drag him out of his truck, see Chris Vesey. They reached into his truck and tried to get him out the truck, the white boy, but he took off. So they just grabbed his flag and burned it. No, there were some Mexicans out there. I gotta give some credit. No, there was a couple brown folks. A few. It was a handful out there. A handful. But we weren't worried about them. We weren't even asking. We were like, nigga, let's go. That's what we was on. Nigga, let's go. Y'all wanna know how little I care about Maxine? This was my ballot yesterday when I voted. I'm in Maxine Waters district. This is my ballot yesterday. You know what? I didn't vote for any of these motherfuckers, including her. But I did vote for my boy Tehran. He ended up losing for the city treasurer. He ended up losing by like 700 votes. Damn. But I ain't voting for no damn Maxine Waters. Y'all can see my ballot right here. You shit about no Maxine Waters. But ain't no goddamn Oath Keepers coming down to my city. Fuck you. Hey, open can of worms. What I just put up was a couple years ago. And the riots was in the 90s. What have you done in your lifetime? Huh? Oh, you got a picture of LeBron James on your profile. Oh, that means you a sissy. I know what you ain't. I know what you've done. Nothing. But if y'all got something to say about this, call in 323-705-5150. 323-705-5150. Yeah, the reason why we haven't had to do anything to any Asians out here is because they got the message in 1992. They got the message in 92 and they ain't done nothing since. They've been on good behavior. They've been good boys. They've been good boys. So we haven't had to do anything since 92. Yeah, that was LeBron sexual talking. We had a LeBron James picture in his profile. Oh yeah, he ain't doing shit. But let's go back to the music, man. Black people, music is one of our primary means of communication. That's our music is the Black American grapevine. Heard it through the grapevine. Music is the grapevine out here for all of us. And it's the reason Kissinger and all those guys targeted it, our music. It's because that's how we communicate what our next step is. From swing low, sweet chariot, to swing down, sweet chariot, stop and let me ride. To respect by Aretha, to fuck the police by NWA. To the East, my brother, by X-Clan. When we were heavy on Pan-Africanism as Black Americans, X-Clan was a big part of that. To the East, my brother, to the East. I always talk about that video, man. And I remember as a kid, wonder why I only saw that video on BET like twice and they never played it again. This was such a powerful video to me. No, that's not a video. Because I just remember...
Peace. This is protected.
I remember just watching this video as a kid and it being so powerful and it really helping set my ideology. Arrested Development. You know what I mean? Groups like Arrested Development, groups like X-Clan, Ice Cube. They ain't got the video up here. They ain't got the video up here. Damn it. They ain't got the video I want up here. They must put that video down. But I remember as a kid that being such a powerful image. These black men towering over the skyscrapers in New York. And that really helped set forth the Pan-African ideology for me at a very young age. Because of the image of the X-Clan. I couldn't that was such a powerful video to me as a child. You know, self-destruction. You know, stuff like that. That was powerful as a kid. Seeing that. You said Fresco Live, you said somebody got your shake back. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I don't condone violence. I don't condone violence. Yeah, Funkin' Lessons by X-Clan. Fire and Earth by X-Clan. But between Ludacris, T.I., anybody that rapped for Lil Jon, Future, where is the South musically to address what we got going on now? I'll table that. What's up, Carter? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, Jalen. I'm from Atlanta.
Jalen from Atlanta. What's on your mind?
Yes, sir. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I agree with you a lot. Or excuse me, I agree with what you're saying because I've always heard stories from my parents about Atlanta before and after the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
And I believe the same thing is going to happen during this World Cup they have going here. And Atlanta, even in my years, I'm recently just turned 20, as I said, has been very heavily cooned and tethered, you know, and it's just about taking accountability. And I was just wondering, for a young guy like me, I'm not really that knowledgeable on this stuff as much as you are. What advice do you have in terms of like action, if you know what I mean?
Well, we can start with the simple, the obvious actions of, you know, of course, spinning back, blind back. Y'all down south, y'all have much more opportunities to shop and deal with other black people than we do out here on the West Coast. But the other one is to really get on code with other people that have a like mindset with you. You know what I mean? Resist. Don't have a blind loyalty to anybody based on color. Make sure that you understand that a black snake can bite you just as fast as a white snake, sometimes faster, like Thurgood Marshall said. And don't let this illusion, just because you see a whole bunch of Rolls Royces and Bentleys running around Atlanta, don't get caught up in the sauce that means you're doing something. You know what I mean? Make sure you stay focused that what you the success you do see is allowed and is minuscule next to what you generate down there and what your true value is worth. Don't get caught up in the sauce. Don't get mixed in it. Make sure that you be an advocate and be a voice for when you see things being done wrong. You speak up. Don't let just because somebody's a black Democrat and all the other, because most of the old people, your generation, I do what I do for your generation. Because my generation and the old people, you got to understand that 90% of them niggas is coons and sellouts. And they selling your ass down the river. Resist. Don't be willing to be vocal about it. You know, learn more about yourself, your history, who you are. And don't just take things and don't just say, okay, because I'm here and this is where I'm at, we're perfect because this is where I'm from. Which is what a lot of people do. They'll take their region and be like, okay, everything is right because I'm from here. Personally, I know LA ain't shit. You know what I mean? But at the same time, this is my home. So, but I could always question it. You know what I mean? It's not infallible. Don't think just because you're in the South, you're protected and you're safe. Understand that you have a global issue with white supremacy, and the white supremacy includes people who are considered non-white, but at the same time non-black. And you got to build your economy. You got to get your skill set up. You got to be the best thing you can be to add to the collective. The collective black society, both regionally and nationally, needs strong individuals who've been coming up and cleaning up their game. So take care of your business. Make sure your taxes are straight. Make sure your credit is right. And make sure that you grow your skill set so you can add that skill set to the collective and don't take shit from nobody. That's probably the most I can say. Everything else is,
yes,
you know, can't say.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
All right, for sure, brother. You have a good one.
You too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no, like, I hear people call in, like, sometimes when I'm listening to Tariq's TikTok or something like that, you get people saying, okay, what's the collective plan? There's no collective plan. I'm telling you right now, if there was like a collective plan, we already have lettered organizations, lettered agencies, I should say, here in America that are proven to be the greatest of all time at disrupting internal politics of organized plans. So you have to go about it a different way. And my point of view is to build your skill set to add to the collective. What's up, Carter? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, my name's D. I'm from New York.
D from New York. What's on your mind?
Yo, you a fat ass hypocrite, nigga. What did Cali do? What did Cali do about that reparations that got sabotaged by non-black Americans?
You know
what y'all do about that?
You know what we did?
What you do?
Let me tell you right now.
What
We didn't write about that. Hey, you're emotional. Calm down. Your mama raised you on spoiled titty milk. Calm down. So
yeah, nigga, and your mother raised you on cholesterol, nigga.
Hey, brother. Hey, sister, calm down. Nigga. Calm down. Let me tell you what we did.
Nigga, Spanish.
Oh, you just a bitch. So let me tell you what we did. When California reparations, first off, California reparations got further than anywhere else in the country in a state where we're less than 10% of the population. We are such a small fragment of the population here, and our reparations got all the way to the governor's desk. That's more than any other state can say. Let's start off there. Second, when the different people like Isaac Bryan here in LA, when we saw the Negroes, the internal Negroes that sabotaged it, I supported Billion is 55. I supported Billion, and I supported, and a lot of us in the MERP, I'm not in the MERP part, so I couldn't vote for him, for Billion, because that's not my district. But we supported people to take out the Negro saboteurs. And then just last week, when Tom Steyer came to LA, he got ran off the block. He could not get political clout from Black America because he didn't promise Black America anything. We did the little we can do. We don't have enough numbers here to decide who gets in office. But we did undermine those who came down to our area with no promises. And Tom Steyer, that hurt him in his chances. Let me see what happened, California. Because, you know, they love coming to LA, coming around Black folks to get some kind of cultural equity. And what the Black people in LA did was oh yeah, Tom Steyer, look at this. Look at how that hurt Tom Steyer. He came in third. So yeah, we undermine the people who were trying to use us for cultural clout. And that's all we can do. But you see how I'm talking about what's going on in the South, and it was a New Yorker that called me. We ain't even talking about you niggas in New York. And it was a New Yorker that called me. And that was an emotional New Yorker too. God damn. That was an emotional New Yorker. This is what happens, man. This is the effect, man, of the Drake and LeBron generation. The men are bitches. You can't have a reasonable, decent conversation without somebody talking like a hoe. That dude that call in, see, ladies, that's why y'all gotta watch what kind of dudes y'all date. That dude that called in, you know, every 3 weeks he had to see a new nigga coming through. He waking up for school and it's a new nigga walking out of his mama's room. And he like, mama, who that? The nigga had his mama's boyfriends stealing his Christmas presents, taking those presents to his own kids. Then getting mad at me. I hope this is the same person. I hope it is. Oh, it ain't. Damn. What's up, caller? What's the name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Houston. This is the FBI way, man.
What's up, brother? What's on your mind?
I'm trying to see what's on your mind. What you got so much hype for the South for, man?
I've been talking for how long? 59 minutes. You know what's on my mind.
Right. So I know what's on your mind.
You asked me what's on my mind. I said I've been talking for now 1 hour.
No, I said No, I didn't say what's on your mind. I say, why do you have so much hate for the South? It might be noisy where I'm at.
The first thing you said,
I didn't say what's on your mind.
The first thing you, chat room, am I lying? Chat, you said it. You said, what's on your mind? And I just told you. I've been talking for now. You should know what's on my mind. Second.
Oh, no. Second, I did say that because I was repeating back what I heard you say. It sounded like you said, what's on your mind? So I was saying, I just said it back to you. That's all. I said it back to you. And then I said,
let me answer
go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Let me answer you. Let me answer you. I started this program by saying some people are going to take it as hate. That's why you need to listen to what I'm saying. Now, address something that I said that's hate.
Nah, it's not even just today. Like, I watch this shit all the time. It's like, it's always something direct. Okay, I'll answer you.
Hold on. You gotta answer my question first. What direct me to something that I said.
Okay, well, you're trying to put it's like you trying to hold us to a standard that you're not holding.
No,
your city from your local area. That is the answer. That's the answer.
You're emotional. Answer my question.
That's the answer because you're trying to put another area in a fucked up position, bro. That's not because they're far away from you. It's easy to do that.
I played a video of me standing outside when the Oath Keeper said that they were gonna come to LA. Myself, I put myself in the mix.
Right.
And I'm saying, I'm someone. This is what I do when my city is threatened by non-black people. I did put myself into it. So now, what did I say? Because I want to be very clear to the people out there. What did I say that was hate? I want to correct myself if I was wrong, or you correct me. What did I say that was hate?
Okay. You don't have to say I hate you to say something that's hateful. But when you keep trying to put another person or a group of people into a position that you're not willing to put yourself. Look, bro, you talking about the Asians. We put a whooping on the Asians. They ain't did nothing.
Brother, I put myself in it. You're muted right now. You're muted. I put myself in it. I literally put myself in it. I said, this is what we did as a city. I said, this is what I did as an individual. I literally put myself in it. I said there's a nationwide issue right now with people having an issue with black people, but there's nothing people from the Midwest can do. There's nothing people from the West can do until the people in the region that's being affected does something. Then I said, what's up with the music? If you have an issue with what I've said, give me out of the last 25 years of the South dominating music, give me the anthem that said, let's revolt and fight back. Tell me where I'm wrong. You're unmuted.
Well, I don't know about no anthems of revolting and fighting back on nothing, but
I'm not wrong.
What they got to do? You just moved the goalpost, Dewan. Come on,
that was part of my argument. No, I didn't move the goalpost because I said NWA. I literally said NWA. I said NWA. Fuck the police. Set the agenda. I said the hip hop came first. When the hip hop fall back, we fall back. I put the two together because and I also tied it into culture. The same way we knew how to escape a plantation, swing low, sweet chariot, down by the riverside. I said that in Black American culture, no matter where you're from, the music informs the movement. In the South, Aretha Franklin made respect in the South, and that helped the civil rights movement. The Isley Brothers Fight the Power. We have always, as Black American culture, our music predated our action. When we're dealing with strange fruit, the Southern lynching was taken care of and stopped when Billie Holiday sang about it. So I said,
cool, I put a challenge out there.
And if you cared about black people, you'd be saying, okay, we need to step this shit up because it's a problem. You wouldn't be coming to me, nigga. It's a problem out there. You trying to talk about something, why you hating on the South? Niggas like you are the problem.
Because you hating on the South. You hating on, you say, you keep trying to hold it to a standard that you won't hold out.
People like him are the problem. You the problem. You get somebody like me starting to say address, I use my city as an example. I use Ohio as an example about how them brothers stood up to the Klan when they came out marching across the bridge. I'm using multi-regional examples along with historical foundation. The music informs the movement. That's who we are as a culture. Instead of you shutting the fuck up and listening, you want to say you're hating. No, nigga, you stupid. What's up, Carter? What's your name? Where you calling from?
How you doing? This is Jasmine, aka the quintessential millennial, in the chat.
What's up, Jasmine?
How you doing today? So I was born in the Midwest, but I was raised in the South. My parents actually live in South Carolina where this took place. So you know, so do a few of my other family members. But either way, I just have to say that I put it in the chat, but I'll say it on here as well. Just as a person who, you know, has strong roots, of course, in the Midwest and all of that, and of course the South, I would have to say a lot of the men of our generation, you and I are only like a few years apart, so we're millennials and all that. Unfortunately, in the South, they bit that bug that these teachers and principals and whatnot told them that their male children need to be put on drugs. And
we get that too out here, yeah.
Yeah, and my thing is, it effectively effeminized them. And I can hear it in the voice of the guy who just called in. Instead of providing solutions, he just wants to argue with you on, oh, you talking shit about the South. No, baby, we trying to come up with a solution to, one, stop this, but also put up a boundary so they don't even try this with us anymore. And I see too many women wanting to fight the power and not enough men these days. And it's actually getting exhausting. You know, because on one hand, they're like, oh, the women are so masculine. It's like, well, baby, we're trying to stop these children from dying. Like, I'm sorry if that makes, you know, one masculine, but the Dora Milaje got to stand up because the Black Panther done died.
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously. And honestly, that mind frame is what we're dealing with. They're too busy chasing skirts and chasing lean and all this other nonsense that means nothing instead of standing up for the communities. That's what I'm seeing. Like, I don't see men like my father anymore. They're I don't want to say they're not out here at all, but it's very few and far in between. So I want the South to stand up. I really, really do. And I'll do my part and I'll link up with other people who do their part. But there are too many who are just clueless or want to be in that old Southern Baptist, Democratic, let's, you know, hold hands and protest type of thing instead of, we fight, we shoot back kind of stuff. I need us to have more of that type of mentality. And unfortunately, not enough do.
Yeah, I appreciate that. The rest of the country, the South is where the highest concentration of Black people are. The rest of the country needs them to step up. They need to step up, but we need the South in LA. The Midwest need the South. When the South get on code and see what it is, because that's where, again, the majority of Black people live. When a person from Asia who's an immigrant can feel comfortable enough to shoot 3 different Black people, 3? That's 3. Am I not supposed to say nothing?
Exactly.
But thanks for giving us a call.
Yes, thank you for continuing to spread this information.
I appreciate that.
For sure, it's going to spark enough people.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Yeah, see, the women are reasonable. It's these Similac fed niggas. That's the problem. Niggas was raised with 20-year-old formula going into your system, not your mama's titty milk. We need grown men that accept responsibility, not say, why you hating? If you say why you hating, that just means you don't have the mental enzymes and process what's being said. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Whoa, this is Fresco from Baton Rouge calling in.
What's up, Fresco?
I don't want to argue or go back and forth, but I want to address first. I was going to just do this musically, but I'm going to address what the young lady said earlier, just called about the men in the South being the ones not doing anything. And I don't want to make this about the majority or the masses, but if you look throughout history, whether East, West, South, North, or whatever, who's the main culprit to why a lot of these governments were able to do certain things to us, as far as male or female? Don't answer. I'll let you figure that out later. Who's the reason why the Black Panther movement failed? Okay? Hold on. Who's the reason why these Democrats feel so comfortable going into black communities and talking that shit and trying to get us rallied up to go vote for their asses? I'll wait. I ain't gonna say too much, but I'm gonna leave that there. Next thing, as far as musically, we do have an anthem, but people only pay attention to what makes them feel good and not think. Because you got an anthem that just recently dropped about 2 years ago with Duke Deuce out of Memphis, Tennessee, made a song called Buck the System. That thing did numbers. And then you got Boosie, who did a song years ago called F the Police. Song did numbers, but people forgot about that or don't remember. So we do have anthems. We do have artists that do, from the South, that do rap more about the deep intellectual side of things than just the mundane BS that we're all used to hearing as Jay Electronica, Big Crit, Sci-Hi the Prince.
And I
Shall
know,
I go on?
Let me respond real quick. And I know about all these artists and those songs. Here's the problem. Because there are always going to be people doing it. What does the region support? That's the litmus test. What does the region support? Like, people from across the country were like tripping when they saw how LA responded to Nipsey. And they were like, oh, I didn't even know about Nipsey like that. But the reason why Nipsey has such a strong homegoing is because when he rapped about it, when he talked about owning your own, and he was speaking that shit supporting black people, the region followed him. Whether the country followed Nipsey or not, LA supported him in his message. I mean, and I know, look, I remember what David Banner, because y'all got David Banner. But I remember I was watching David Banner last year, the interview. David Banner had last year the interview, talked about how basically the God box didn't get no support. Like, he lost money. He only made money when he's selling those. He said he still got God box packages laying around. It didn't get the support from the people. What I'm saying is, y'all do it. There is people there, but the lean sipping and that Boosie bullshit, that's what the people are supporting. And that's independent of what the white folks mainstream, because Boosie has never been mainstream. He's completely people supported. The people, the artists are going to do what they think the people are going to support. The Oakland dudes always had some game even within they pimping. Like Too Short, even within the pimping, had the ghetto. He always had a message next to the pimping. You dig what I'm saying? It wasn't just pimping. And those messages went far and wide because it resonated with the people. All I'm saying is, on one hand,
let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Master P didn't preach ownership and having your own and being a soldier, because that's what that whole soldier thing mentality came from. Because us out here in Louisiana, and pretty much the South, but definitely Louisiana, always had to have a soldier mentality, get it on our own mentality. Master P didn't preach that.
Master P preached
He preached ignorance.
Yeah, but Master P preached it. Remember, he learned it from Oakland. He got that game from Oakland because Oakland had already been on that, and LA had already long since been on that. Master P came out here out west to get that game, and he brought it back down south, and it was supported. But when we talk about Master P, we're talking 30 years ago now. I mean, we are going through things now. I mean, right now is way more crucial. In 2006, we were still going through things, but money was better, the economy was better. You know what I mean? Cats had money to spend.
Right.
I get it. It was a different time. But the time we in now, nigga, we in some crazy fucking times.
Yeah, we are. We most definitely are. But here's the thing: the South had their moments where they struck back. Yeah, you read my comment earlier, but I'm gonna give you another one that a lot of people don't talk about. But they quick to say, "Oh, the South let such and such come out here," and this is no diss to the Latino community because I know a lot of the Latino community come out here and they work hard, real hard. But after Katrina, MS-13 thought they was gonna come out there and take over New Orleans. This was said by the New Orleans police themselves. They thought they was gonna come out there and run shit. Next thing you know, all of them cradles was rocked. All of them. All of them. And I ain't gonna drive to say who did what. But just to let you know, we hold our shit down out here too. And I know that's not what you're saying, and that's not what you're alluding to, but I just want it to be known that that South Carolina issue, I want to say that's one of many one-offs, anomalies. And we can't let that be the main or the culprit of who we are when it comes to defending ourselves.
I want to point out something. You just conflated street justice. What happened over here ain't the streets. Most black people aren't on the streets. It's only a portion of us that are street. The majority of us are not street, not hood, ain't gonna deal with no gang stuff, ain't gotta deal with no gang stuff, even in LA. I'm talking about when these people come in that's not in the gangs, that's not dealing with street politics. We're talking about do you see what happened with the batteries in Georgia, South Carolina, all them Koreans coming in. We seeing time and time again all the lynchings. That brother that got found behind the police station 2 weeks ago, like you said in the video. We're seeing the lynchings at some point. And again, I'm not North Carolina politics and South Carolina politics. Them places 1,000 miles apart. You know what I mean? But so I also get that there's a huge difference between North Carolina and South Carolina. I understand that too. But what I am saying is we're seeing more of these occurrences down there, and these shops are staying open. At some point, somewhere down south, a message is going to have to be sent to these non-black people. We ain't talking about the streets. We ain't talking about gangs. We're talking about in business, these people that come and take money from us. At some point, a loud message has to be sent. That's all I'm saying.
But when
is it gonna happen?
I think I seen a post, a video of the store that Chow owned being tore up.
I'm talking about something louder than that. It can't just be one store. That I wasn't loud. Okay, you just said you saw a video. I'm talking about something where what happened up in Minnesota a couple of years ago. What happened in Buffalo when that Buffalo shooter came. I mean,
I agree with you on
kind
that.
of response I agree with you on that. That's larger than the action. That's what I mean. I can't say we need more than that. But I got a ton of people calling me, dog. Thanks for giving me a call.
All right.
Yeah.
No problem.
I mean, when is a message gonna be louder than the action? That's what I'm talking about. Don't call me the hater. That man shot 3. It took the 3rd black person for him to shoot to get killed. And even though that shooting happened in 2023, the man's shop was still open. His shop was still open. This is what we're talking about here. What's up, Carter? What's the name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is MDT from Richmond, California, man. I just want to say, man, well, you had me on before. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, from Richmond, California, from the Bay. Man, I salute what you're doing, man. And I just think us all as a whole, as a region, we all just need to stick together because all we got is us. And another thing, I'm boycotting all the Asian business in the Bay Area. I know some on cool, but hey, what happened to what happened to that little boy, young kid, man, just hurtful. So I'm boycotting it and salute what you're doing too and everything. But yeah, you can go ahead. But
I appreciate that, dog. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm with all sticking together too. But going back to the analogy I gave earlier, if your car is broken down on the side of the road and you don't do nothing, there's nothing other people can do. But if you get out and you start pushing your own car, if you get out and start pushing your car, then other people can come and help. What help can other people give if this dude's allowed to stay open? I could boycott Asian shops here in LA all day. Them Asians ain't shooting black people out here. They know better. We can boycott all day. But if his shop is allowed to stay open, what effectiveness? These are for real questions. These are some serious questions that need to be thought about. Like, look at this comment right here. He said, y'all Midwest and California niggas are full-blooded simps. Do nothing but talk. That's why you get ran out of your hood and city. Of course, it's somebody else with a LeBron James King profile. Somebody's too busy licking another nigga's jizz to even listen to what the fuck I just said. Chat, y'all just saw me spend all this time talking about what we done and what the Midwest done. How can we help you if you don't jump in? Huh? That's right. We fight back in Cali. Y'all can say, look, you can throw all the shots y'all want, and I'm fine with that. You live down south, you want to throw shots all you want, fine. But being less than 10% of the population, we got reparations to the state, to the governor. What you do? South Carolina? Go to Jim Clyburn's fish fry? What you do? California set the precedent on lineage-based reparations. When we got lineage-based reparations to the governor's desk, what you do? Say what you want. Do California got sellouts? Hell yeah. Most of them come from where y'all live. They move out here. Most of them ain't homegrown. Most of them move here. Yeah, but we got reparations to the governor's desk 2024. What you do? We're a small, minuscule percentage of the population, but ain't no Asian store owner shooting us. Somebody's name, Odell, said, did they know better when they shot Latasha Harlins? No, they didn't know better when they shot Latasha Harlins. They learned after shooting Latasha Harlins. Get it? The reaction to Latasha Harlins is the reason why no Asian store owner shot nobody else out here in 36 years. Hopefully that answers your question. Guys, I done started a war. Hell yeah, I started a war. That's what I'm here to do. I'm the cultural heretic. I'm a heretic. I question. Yep, I done started a war. Now, hopefully these cats go back home and figure it out. Instead of getting mad at me, hopefully they look in the fucking mirror and they say, why does Asian feel comfortable doing this shit when we the majority population? When we 30% of the population. And I really believe in South Carolina, North Carolina, I personally believe black people are 50% of the population. That's what I think the real number is closer to 50% of the population. But they say 30. Okay. At 30, that's still 3 times a population we have out here. And we got reparations to the governor's desk. Now, because of what's happened in California, you got Joy Reid talking reparations. You got Luke talking reparations. You got Democrats literally talking reparations because of how far we got it here in California. These credentials are certified. And I'm personally am a consultant on the California Reparations Task Force, non-paid. The task force calls me when they need suggestions on what to put in these bills that have gotten passed through. So yeah, I can personally put my stamp on that. Anybody, before you call me and question me, is your personal name and stamp on any legislation that's going to benefit the greater good of black people in your state? That's right, Leilani. She said they learned that killing us is legal, but they business didn't survive. Yeah, because like, look, the system is what it is. The system is going to allow this to continue. The people have to stop it. But like George Zimmerman, can't nobody from Ohio fly down to Florida to find George Zimmerman. Can't nobody from Seattle go to Oregon, go to Florida to find George Zimmerman. Can't nobody from Jersey go down to Florida to find George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman got to be found by somebody that's there in Florida. That work got to be taken care of by locals. Nerd Large said black people make up 40% of Columbia, South Carolina. That means they probably make up 60%. But 40%. 40%. 40%. Y'all be mad at me all you want. I want the greater good for black people nationwide. But that won't happen as long as people from one region want to sit up here all day and talk about how great their region is, but they ain't got no points on the board. California ain't got to give reparations first. I think it would be better if Mississippi got it before we did. I would love that. I would love if Mississippi or Alabama or Louisiana got reparations before we did. Hell, y'all the cradle of slavery. I would love it if South Carolina got reparations before we did. We wouldn't hate. We'd be like, man, that's dope. Now it's our turn. Why the fuck is California leading on this? Again, we less than 10% of the population. Why are we leading on this? Black people are only in LA and Oakland. Ain't nowhere else in this fucking state. The Inland Empire? I would love it to see Georgia, all that money in Atlanta. Reparations should happen in Georgia first. Honestly. Why y'all niggas last? Why did Brooke get reparations further in Tetherfield, New York than it's gotten in Mississippi? I'm not going to kiss nobody's ass because I know I'm speaking in love. And if somebody takes it a different way, that's because it's something on your heart. What's up? And y'all saw by the callers that called in The men that had an issue with what I said was emotional. No, Evanston, Illinois didn't really get reparations, but I'll tell you this much about Evanston, Illinois. They got a hell of a lot further than anybody in Georgia and South Carolina. I didn't say their reparations don't count. I'm asking the South. At least Evanston, Illinois got something. Now, can we call it reparations? It's really not reparations, but it's a hell of a lot more than anything out of Louisiana. What's up, Clock in the building? He said, we've been fighting a long time. The rest of black people are scared of white people over here. Real talk, 365 Tech. Tough love hurts the most, but the real ones understand. Thank you. And that's why I speak to the real ones. Like when I started this channel, I'm already knowing that most people are emotional and they ain't worth two dead flies. Most people are not going to put up and do what they talk. Most people don't have character. Most people are going to talk and say we need to come together and say we need to boycott, but when it comes time for them as an individual to do something, they ain't doing shit. That's 90% of people. I focus on the 10% who be like, you know what? I will be the change that I seek. And if something ain't right, I can take it and I can deal with it. I can handle it. If you saying something I don't like, I can handle it. Those are the people I speak to. Yeah, that hurt, but is it true? I started this by talking about, going back to when I talked about the music. This is a tradition that the South helped establish. Wade in the water. Hush puppies. Swing low, sweet chariot. The South came up with these fucking songs of freedom. The South came up with messages in the music. Y'all started the shit. When I study my music history, them niggas in Philly, the music of the North didn't have, even though there was black musicians in the North doing it, it didn't have that much soul, and they weren't. You don't have the. There was more. It was more pop songs coming out of the South. I mean, out of the North, in the 1800s. Parlor music. Most of that stuff was pop tunes, celebratory tunes, work songs. It was the South that put the messages and the codes and the secrets on how to handle them other people. That came from the South. So me asking, okay, where's the South now? That should be a fair question because you niggas started it. Should no black person be fighting me talking about where is it in the music? And why wasn't Dave Banner supported more? Why ain't Big Crit who y'all push more? I'm not saying it don't happen. Y'all don't support it. Not the way you support T.I. Not the way you support Drake, Atlanta. Kendrick, we support Kendrick. In the song Not Like Us, Kendrick gave you a whole history on how Atlanta started the train industry and about how colonization worked. Here out west, our biggest artists, rest in peace, Nipsey, Kendrick Lamar, you're going to get some of that work when it comes to messages of freedom. messages to what our condition is. We in the West, we support that. The reason why Kendrick has gotten as far as he's gotten is because he got the support here first. The reason why Nipsey got as far as he got with his messages of empowerment, because he was supported big time here. We support Kendrick the way y'all support Future. Boom. The fuck has Future ever said to help the greater good of the collective? We support Nip the way y'all support Wayne. The fuck has Wayne ever said to help the collective? Y'all better get behind Crit. Y'all better get behind these artists talking that real shit. And demand that Southern Soul. I listen to some group. I listen to like the Warren Treaty. And they got some good music. I don't listen to a lot of Southern Soul. So I can't say I've listened to enough Southern Soul to get a full picture. But for the Southern Soul that I have listened to, we need some messages of freedom out of that. Because that, black people, is our cultural tradition. To code the messages within the music. That's our tradition, people. That's our tradition. Killer Mike had a hot album. Killer Mike had a hot album. But again, Killer Mike comes from that pre-2000s generation too. I'm gonna take this one last call. What's up, Carl? What's the name where you calling
from?
Yo,
what up? You wanted me to call back. I'm back. What's good?
This is the sissy. What's up, man?
What's up, fat boy? What you got for me?
Oh, fat boy, what else you got?
You one of them niggas that got a bunch of cats. You a one-sided bias. Fuck,
nigga, I bet you got gap
Pay attention to that gang banging and them Mexicans running you off the block.
I don't gang bang. I bet you.
Pay attention to the Mexicans that's sunning you.
And you look like, nigga, I bet you look like Charleston White, don't you? What do you mean Spanish
we
people?
Ain't getting ran off our block in New York,
just
nigga.
Said Puerto Ricans created hip hop, you bitch. What the fuck
nigga,
are you talking
please.
about? What you do
Ain't
about
nobody
that?
running us off our blocks, nigga. They do that to you,
You
Cali
got
niggas.
Jamaicans saying that they created hip hop. What y'all gonna do about
soft, nigga.
What y'all doing about
do
that?
Do something about that reparations that they sabotaged. You ain't doing shit about that.
Question. A question, sissy boy. Are you helping Brooke? Are you helping Brooke with reparations in New York? Are you helping Brooke? Do you know who Brooke is? Are you helping that woman with reparations in New York? Are you? Before you speak on California reparations, are you helping Brooke with reparations in New York? Shut the fuck up, you bitch. That's what I mean. He had all the heat for California. I asked one question. I'll take all that. Are you helping our sister Brooke with reparations in New York? You know what he said? There you have it. There you have it. I'll take it all. But are you if you helping Brooke in New York with y'all local reparations? Because I would love to see New York win reparations. California ain't got to be first. I'd love to see anybody win. Are you helping? Y'all saw how easy that was? Thank you, Cat Williams. We already talked about old Atlanta. We're talking about current Atlanta. I already acknowledged Dungeon Family and pre-2000 Atlanta. I've been acknowledged pre-2000 Atlanta. My question is, we are in a whole new century, folks. I can't keep talking about 92. Now, I wouldn't be talking about Ice Cube's Death Certificate album if Kendrick Lamar didn't just drop something new a year ago. Like, it's still within the music here. It didn't leave. Like, protest music didn't end with NWA. Protest music didn't end with Ice Cube. Protest music continued through Nipsey. Protest music continued through Kendrick. And on the jazz side, Kamasi Washington, who's a worldwide phenom in jazz, all of his music protests and has things going on. Rest in peace, Ryan Porter. In our jazz scene in LA, all that music got a message. What's up, caller? What's the name? Where you calling from?
Hey, brother, how you doing? It's different from Illinois, man. How you doing, brother?
What's up, my brother? What's on your mind?
It the thing you were talking about, far as with protest music. Where's all the rappers from the Carolinas to kind of talk about? I know it just happened, but I wonder where's all like the main rappers like J. Cole and all them to kind of talk about what's going on with this. I haven't heard anything from them.
I forgot about J. Cole. Yeah, he's from Carolina. You're right.
Yeah, like J. Cole, Luke. It's another rapper too that can rap from South Carolina, but I forgot his name. His name Thomas something, but he's a spitter, bro. But it's like it's not enough. I feel like it's not enough outrage neither because they should have been burning that motherfucker down. That gas station should have been burned down. He shut it down. I heard he shut it down and it was a protest, but it should be a lot more what's going on out there.
It should be.
I feel like it needs to be an eye for an eye type thing. I'm not finna go into it like on your page like that, but we really need to show these people because our ancestors was like that.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't play that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
The South wasn't always like this.
I don't know.
This is some new shit.
Yeah. So I don't know what the F going on out here, but if this was St. Louis or East St. Louis, they wouldn't let that fly.
Mm-hmm.
They turned up when that one dude got lynched out here on the east side. They turned up and they tried to bring some civil rights nigga to try to calm it down. They didn't calm nothing down. They got ugly. So I don't know, I don't know what's going on out here with all that, but they need to really tee up right now. I ain't the one that's for violence, but in this situation, y'all need to tee up. That goes to the Carolinas. Y'all need to tee up right now, bro, because they playing with y'all. But that's all I wanted to say.
Real talk. Thanks for the call, brother.
All right.
Yeah, man. This is about accountability right here, folks. And again, are there artists? I've personally been on Big Crit since 2011-ish. Around 2011. I've been on him ever since. Who are y'all pushing to the front? A rapper is only as good as his following. It was David Banner, and I supported the God Box. I have it somewhere. Right? I bought the God Box. I bought the whole God Box package from David Banner. So y'all don't need to tell me about who's doing what down south. I support Big Crit. I bought the God Box. As a matter of fact, on my show Incense and Ashtrays, I promoted the God Box heavy. I never met David Banner. I don't know. David Banner he don't know me from a can of paint. But on my Incense and Ashtrays channel, right here on this very YouTube channel, I promoted the shit out of the God Box. It didn't get no support. I think that episode of Incense and Ashtrays that I did, I had like 7 people in that live that I did on Mixcloud. I did a Mixcloud on David Banner. I done shit long since took that down. I had like the turnout was horrible. I had 7 people. I had 7 people in my life supporting David Banner's God Box. Where's the support? What I'm saying is, who do y'all push to the top? We pushed Nipsey to the top because the content within his messaging, ownership. We pushed Nipsey to the top. We pushed Kendrick to the top. We also pushed some bullshit like The Game to the top too. Whoa. We pushed that bullshit to the top too. Now, I ain't saying we perfect. We also pushed The Game to the top. Oh God, that was a fucking mistake. But we made up for it with Kendrick. Don't talk to me about your artist, what your artist was doing in 97. Music is regional. Your region got to put you to the top before the rest of the country gets it. If your region don't push you there, then hey. What's up, caller? What's the name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? I'm calling from Chi-Town.
Chi-Town in the building. What's going on, brother?
Oh, yeah, man. I agree with you, man. I would say this, man. That's good what you're doing, man, because it's putting the litmus test on all these regions, man. We need to just really stand up in whatever we in. And it's disappointing to see black brothers or black men get on here contesting you, contesting women, instead of contesting the obvious that's out there. They got all this indignation. They mad as hell about somebody talking about a region that they don't even really fucking own and don't run.
That's real talk.
It's sad that it's like this. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, like that's why like I let the brother get it off, but I'm not about to go back on the black men versus the black women thing. We passed that. Like black men.
No, that's not what I'm. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying in general.
With you. I'm talking about one of the other callers that mentioned the women. That's why I was saying that's why the entertainment, because we as a people, black men fucked up and black women fucked up when it comes to that. We can't let no gender war stop us from what's going on. But go ahead, brother. No, I'm agreeing with you.
And I would say it's not, and I'm just humbly criticizing the brothers or whatever. Hey, come back home, brothers. Hey, come back home, man. Prioritize what needs to be done. Key word, prioritize. Yes, we got a lot of fucking problems. A lot of issues to deal with.
Preach.
But we got to deal with what the obvious, man, that people did. You got a child that's out there that can be one of them kids that can get shot like that by a goddamn Chinese guy. Mm-hmm. That part. Yeah, we got to worry about brothers and gang and all that, but we got other stuff we got to worry about too.
That's real talk.
So deal with that. Man, this shit is sad the way I'm seeing it. It's like people get on here just to talk rather than try to really actually do something. Like, really.
Right.
They don't want to do anything. These are lazy brothers. And I'm glad that sister got on here and said what she said, because I have to say, most of the masculine mindset has done this. It's not just a brother that got to be strong, powerful, got big muscles and all that shit. It's about the aggression that's in your mind. You see what I'm saying?
That's real
contesting
talk.
Men with men. We got Chinese men, we got Mexican men, we got white men, etc. So us as black men, we supposed to contest them based on how they contesting us.
Mm-hmm.
We supposed to know what chemicals and toxins and poisons they making against our family and shit like that. Just like the laws as well. We supposed to be head to head like offensive linemen and shit, knowing what they doing and what they trying to infiltrate in our neighborhood. This is what the men's supposed to do.
Right. That's what we're supposed to do.
We're supposed to know what chemicals, and we're supposed to protect us not just with a gun. It's knowing what's in the foods at the stores, what the poisons in the waters, what the inflation, the laws, etc. All the shit that's affecting us that shouldn't be.
Real talk.
We can't expect women to do that.
Real talk. That's real talk.
All right, that's all I want to say, Cuzzo, man.
Man, thanks for giving us a
it's
call,
time
brother.
out for this shit. Yeah.
And that right there is the moral of the show, folks. Every region needs to pull its own weight. Every region needs to have, everywhere in Black America should have, by now, we're 10 years into this reparation talk. Every state that Black people have numbers in, we should be making some headway with reparations. Every single state. Not just California, Illinois, and New York. Every state. Every state, if the law ain't gonna jump in on our side, every state gotta have something and gotta be doing something about it. Every single state. What's up, Carl? I usually only do one call or a show, but I'm about to sign off. So I'll let you get one more in. What's going on?
Okay, it's the same dude, MDT. It's the same one. Question I got for you. I was hearing everything y'all saying. I was agreeing with that brother. Salute to that brother right there that just got off the phone before me. He was preaching facts on everything. He was preaching everything fast. As Californians, like I've been watching TikTok. I know it's not everybody. People think that way, but like the North and the South, they do kind of think Californians they think we white tea wash, and that's not just the case. Like we battled through racism. We started, if you get what I'm saying, we started, the Black Panthers came here. We the one revolutionized a lot of stuff. If I'm getting it wrong or I'm preaching here, just tell me.
No, that's right. No, in California, we started the Panthers. We started, all of our gangs started out of resistance to white supremacy. You know,
absolutely.
Black gangs are the last gang. We're the last people to form gangs in California. The Hells Angels had already been started. The first gangs in California were white and Latino. We only formed gangs as a resistance to that. But we also formed the Black Panthers, and we also formed a lot of revolutionary music out of California. A lot of revolutionary music comes out of here.
So did like Ice Cube, even from the Bay, E40, he had a song tied you stepped on.
Even before that,
it's our family song. Right. Oh wow.
Yeah, straight up.
Okay.
Yes, they had a song called.
And what song was that? I could check it out. Okay, I will check that song out. I need to check that song out. As a Gen Z, I need to check that song out.
Yeah, man, that's true. Like people that say that because. But thanks for giving me a call. I'm gonna answer what you say offline. Thanks for giving us a call.
Okay, all right, then. Thanks.
See, I think what happened is a lot of this hate happened in the late '90s and late '80s into the '90s. Late '80s, LA got a lot of national media, from Natasha Harlins to the riots to OJ to Michael Jackson. It was a lot of national media just focused in on the politics here. And I think, not all, but enough people from other parts of the regions felt jealous that LA was getting so much attention. So now there's an overall fight. Oh, people from LA think this. People from LA think that. And the West this and the West that. But the fact of the matter is, we started the Panthers, you didn't. And ever since then, there's been a war on Black people, a concentrated war on Black people in California, starting with the gun laws. Reagan changed the gun laws because of the Panthers. When you're dealing with the riots, there's been a complete war down to the point to where, like, people from the South will talk all, I let people talk because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But the LAPD is full of former MS-13s, full of former Florencias, or their brother was one of those gangs. And these gangs all got commissioned by the Nazis and the white supremacists. Those are the ones Remember, Hell's Angels started here in California, and they recruited the Latino gangs to be their enforcers. And that gave the Latino gangs immunity from law. So the Latino gangs are allowed to operate outside of the law when it comes to black people. And with that being said, they still don't fuck with us. Only thing you see is when 10-year-olds are being harassed. So if I'm gonna say this one last thing to all you New York niggas and Southern niggas that want to talk about black people and our issues with Latinos. You're talking about 10, 12-year-old kids being jumped by 20 and 30 Latinos. That's where the problem lies. The problem lies when they seek out old, disabled black people and get 20 Latinos on one. That's where you see the problems. It's mostly focused on our disabled and our children. So if you want to stick your chest out and brag about black children being harmed when no black adults are around to do anything, only to deal with an LAPD or an LA County sheriff whose family members are in those same gangs, who are backed by white supremacists, go right ahead. But you also piss on your balls too to troll a child. Us adults ain't dealing with them problems. They don't fuck with us. With all that being said, we behind enemy lines and people know not to fuck with us. So if you guys want to talk about our children being harassed at school because they're 12 years old, like my niece. My niece got called a nigga by Asians and Latinos, but my niece is one of 5 black people in a school of over 500. So if y'all want to say, hey, y'all dealing with that, go right ahead. Go ahead and bash our be the next generation of adults that don't support our children. Have at it. But with all that being said, y'all still got an issue with an Asian being able to keep his store open after shooting 3 different black people. And that's what you're not going to be able to get around. That's what you're not going to be able to get around. Yes, the Asians and the Latinos can call our 12-year-old niggers when they're 10, 12-year-olds in a class of 500, but they can't open shop up in our neighborhood and shoot us. They can't do that. They can't do that. Cry with your mama, not me. All right? I just got a text from Justin Hunt. I'm going to be on the Culture United tonight at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So catch me over on Justin Hunt's channel, The Culture United. We'll be over there at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Everybody got to get on code. And you got to stop allowing this stuff in your region. And as we step up, we can help out. We can help each other out. Michael Jackson said it best. We're taking over, in the song Another Part of Me, we're taking over. We have the truth. The final message for me and you. There is no danger. So come together to fulfill the truth. The stars are lining up. We're sending brighter days. They're all in line waiting for you. Michael Jackson said it himself. The stars are lining up waiting for you as an individual, you as a region, you as a group to step up. And if you don't like what I had to say, I don't care. Y'all have a good one. We out.